Hello everyone, Welsknight here. I'm going to bring you a video by the request once again of Mr. Digitop on YouTube about skills. Skills to give to your generals, your armies, and your agents. So, first and foremost is how do you assign a skill? I can see here in my army quick view, which I can get to right here by going to forces, that this army has something I can level up. So if I click on him, I then click this little button right here for details. I'll go to my commander, my general, and I can then select a new skill for him. Now, as far as I can tell, there is a skill tree of some sort. Certain skills lead to other skills. Like, for example, I can get Admiral or General, which each give me +2 authority, -4 unit recruitment. Because the first skill I selected for him was this one, to give him +1 authority. I can tell that that mechanic is in here somewhere, but I cannot find anywhere an actual skill tree that shows me what leads to what. Even if I go into the encyclopedia.
Well done. You've used the in-game encyclopedia to
Shut
learn
up,
about
advisor.
the game.
Go away. Even if I go into the game's encyclopedia and go to skills, and I click on General, it just tells me a list of all the various skills that are out there. It doesn't tell me what unlocks what. So I'm hoping I'll stumble across some fan-created one. If you know of one, please leave a comment, and I'll add a little note into the video. So, as far as skills go, there's a lot of different options. As far as what skills you can choose, some are better than others. I mean, obviously, this guy's a general. He's not an admiral. So, it really doesn't make sense for me to give him this particular skill that gives him +2 authority when he's acting as an admiral in command of a navy. On the other hand, different skills are going to be better for different situations. So, in this case, even though I could get an additional +2 authority by going with General, I can see he's got 4 authority, 3 cunning, and 5 zeal. If you don't know the breakdown there, watch the first video that I made, campaign basics #1, and we'll go in detail about authority, cunning, and zeal. And a new skill for the general, like Inspire, for example, is unlocked at 4, 7, and 10. So I know if I get him 1 more cunning, I'm going to get a new skill. I believe it is Second Wind would be the one that's unlocked here. So that's the one that I would go with in this case, even though this one would give me more authority. I'm going to go with this one so I get Second Wind unlocked for him, and he can use that ability in battle. As far as agents go, agents work the same way. You go to an agent, you have skills, you can assign them. You can also upgrade current skills. That's true of generals, agents, and armies. The skills for armies are called traditions. When an agent or a general dies, these skills all go away. They get replaced by whoever you put in charge of the army, or whatever skills the new agent you create has. Traditions, on the other hand, which are for your armies and navies, last forever. In fact, I love traditions. They're my favorite thing about I think they're my favorite new change with Rome 2. I love traditions. So if I go to one of my armies that's been around for a long time, I'll go to the Conquering Horde. You can see he's got a couple different traditions. My favorite tradition so far is Stalwart Defenders. It gives me some deployable defenses that I can use at the start of a battle. I believe I covered that in one of my videos. If not, I will be creating a video in the future about defensive tactics. But gives me some deployable stuff that I can create and make use of at the start of a battle, which is awesome. At higher levels, it also gives me either defensive skill, which is my ability to dodge, if you will, or extra armor. I also have 6 charge bonus and 3 morale for this particular army as well. Most of my armies that have been around and been in combat, I've gotten the Stalwart Defenders skill on, because that one is my favorite. But you should go with whatever skills are going to be best for you. Like, these guys have siege experts because I wanted to be able to construct medium siege engines for some reason or another. This one I went with because it was a new army at the time, minus 5% unit recruitment cost, plus 5% weapon damage from melee units. Obviously, a melee-based tradition is not going to be all that good for an army you have made up of primarily slingers and javelin men. So really, you're going to want to pick your traditions based on whatever your army component is, whatever your makeup is, and also what you intend to do with them. One of my defenders of the tribe up here, these guys, the only thing that I really do with this army is I have them sit in my territory and defend against rebels or any invading. They're basically a defensive army only, so I've taken my Stalwart Defender skill with them up to level 2, rather than pick another additional tradition. Same thing is kind of going to be in play for your generals and your admirals as well, and your agents. Pick whatever skills you're going to use. Pick whatever skills are going to be most beneficial to what you use those agents for. So this agent, for example, I went with this one because it gives me a slightly higher assassination chance when I go with Solicit Traitor as my option. Or this one I went with because it gives me additional movement range, and very often I'll throw my spies and champions and dignitaries in with an army to give them a little bit of experience, because they gain experience while they're accompanying an army, and also, you know, it gives that army a movement range boost or an experience boost or whatever it is, depending on the type of agent that you're using. So as far as skills and everything goes, just pick the skills that are going to be best for you, for whatever you use your armies and agents for, and you know, just make an educated decision. What all the various skills and everything do, you can find in the encyclopedia by clicking on this button up here or hitting F1 on your keyboard. Unfortunately, I don't know of any existing skill tree that shows me what leads to what, although it is obvious from playing that certain skills do indeed lead to other skills. They unlock other skills. So that's pretty much it. Hope you learned something, and if you liked what you saw, you know the drill.